Hello everyone. Today I will introduce you Isaac, a 5-year-old child who has been diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. Isaac is a capable learner who benefits from visual supports and predictable routines. He experiences challenges with communication, transition, and sensory regulation, which can impact his participation in group learning and social interaction. However, over the time, Isaac has made significant progress, particularly in his social development, as he began to build positive relationships with both peers and educators. And this reflects the importance of a supportive and inclusive environment in early childhood settings, as highlighted in the early year learning frameworks, particularly Outcome 1, where children develop a strong sense of identity. My approach to supporting Isaac is grounded in universal design for learning, which ensures that all children can access learning in flexible and inclusive ways. UDL focuses on providing multiple means of engagement, representation, and expression, allowing children to learn in ways that suits their individual needs. Universal design for learning is a proactive learning approach that has benefits for all children by supporting teachers to design flexible, inclusive learning experiences. So I use a variety of teaching methods, including visual, verbal, and hand-on experiences to support engagement. These approaches align with principles of EYLF and particularly the emphasis on inclusive practice and responsiveness to children's strengths and needs. It also supported by Votsky, who emphasizes that learning occurs through social interaction and supportive environment. Second one, structured routine and visual schedules. Structured routines and visual schedules are essential in supporting Isaac who require predictability, particularly those with additional needs. These strategies help reduce anxiety, support transition, and promote independence. This align with earlier learning framework principle of a secure, respectful, and reciprocal relationship as predictable environment so help children feel safe and supported. Inclusive environment. Creating an inclusive environment means ensuring all children, regardless of their abilities, can participate on the same basis as their peers. This includes adapting the physical environment, providing appropriate resources, and fostering a culture of respect and belonging. To elaborate my holistic approach, I provide a predictable and inclusive environment helps children to reduce anxiety and support engagement, particularly for our Isaac. This approach also supported by Bronfenbrenner, who emphasizes that children's development is influenced by their environment and quality of interaction. Peer interaction and collaborative learning play a significant role in supporting Isaac's social and emotional development. The importance of peer learning is also supported by Voss's concept of zone of proximal development, where Isaac can learn best through the social interaction and more capable peers. Tools such as visual communications app, picture exchanges system, and interactive learning platforms also support Isaac's expressive and receptive communication. Tools such as visual communication app and also helps Isaac to respond to their needs, and diverse communities requires educators to support equitable and consistent process to digital opportunities. Platforms support Isaac's learning process by providing activities that match his interest and developmental levels. It also supports the EYLF emphasizes on outcome 5 effective communicators as children use a range of tools and strategies to express their ideas with others. Teaching strategies. Inclusive practices are essential in ensuring that all children, including those with additional need, can access and participate in learning on the same basis as their peers. In my practice, I use a range of intentional and evidence based strategies to support engagement, communication, and well being of IJAC. I also use visual step by step instruction to break down tasks into manageable parts so that helps Isaac to understand and expectations and reduce cognitive load. Scaffolded worksheets support further differentiated learning by providing prompts, visual and partial guidance, enable Isaac to engage successfully at his individual level. This reflects the principle of differentiated instruction, where teaching is adapted to meet diverse learners' needs. Tamilson. To support sensory regulation, I create a calm and predictable and structured environment with access to sensory tools such as fidget resources, quiet corners, and flexible seating. These strategies help Isaac to manage sensory input, reduce anxiety, and maintain engagement in learning tasks. Strong collaboration with families also ensures educators understand Isaac's interests, triggers, strength with help in planning meaningful and responsive learning. Frameworks. Within Isaac's learning context, this means providing guided support through scaffolding, modeling, structured assistance to help achieve his task. Paul Beck and Dalen William emphasize that informative assessment should guide instructional decision to meet individual learning needs. In practice, ongoing observation and assessment allows us to adjust teaching strategies, ensuring that learning experiences are responsive and tailored to Isaac's abilities. These all strategies help Isaac to be involved, stay focused, and regulate his emotion positively throughout the day. Isaac needs some adjustment in his learning environment, and these adjustments are including his learning to make it more effective. Educators monitor his development and review and modify it for better outcomes. NCCD helps educators to assess, document all the information, and track his progress. Collaboration with families and support workers ensure that support is inclusive, responsive, and aligned with NCCD guidelines for education. A strong family partnership is central to this process as families provide key insight into Isaac's strength, interest, and needs. This aligns with earlier learning framework, which emphasizes respectful reciprocal relationship with families as a core principle of effective practice. An individual learning plan further support this process by providing clear goals, agreed strategies, and consistent monitoring of progress. Bronfenbrenner's ecological system theory strongly supports this approach as it highlights that children develop in a shaped through social interaction between home, school, and community system. Collaboration with learning support team and school leadership also ensures that inclusive strategies are consistently implemented and reviewed. This reflects the importance of shared professional responsibility and distributed expertise, where knowledge is built across a team rather than held by one individual. This also aligned with Sapling theory of distributed leadership, which emphasizes that effective leadership and decision making are shared practices within educational setting. Carter also emphasized that strong collaboration with families and educators professionals leads to improved learning, communication, and social outcome for children with additional needs. Through structured peer interactions and small group activities, Isaac is supported to engage with other meaningful ways. This approach aligned with Disability Discrimination Act 1992, which ensured that children with disability have the right to access education on the same basis as their peers. By facilitating peer collaboration, educators actively promote inclusion and remove barriers to participation. Isaac's development is supported through a holistic and inclusive approach that integrates classroom environment, targeted teaching strategies, assistive support, and strong collaboration between educators, families, and specialists. By embedding these practices into daily learning, Isaac is provided with consistent opportunities to build his communication, social, and self-regulation skill. Guided by frameworks such as earlier learning frameworks, the national quality standards, legislative requirements, and disability standard for education, and the Disability Discrimination Act of Education. This approach ensures that Isaac can participate confidently and meaningfully in all aspects of learning.